Was that a great halftime show or what? That halftime show was awesome, man. I mean, probably top three I've ever seen. What's going on, guys? Tommy, we're back again with another video. And like I said, man, that halftime show was hot. It was lit. Probably top three I've seen. Right up there, not as good as Prince. Prince is always going to be one of the best ones for me. But that was great, guys. I'm talking about they packed in a lot of things in that short window of time right there. And, you know, you got haters out here talking about, it was trash, it was no good. That was what you call art right there. They showcased culture. They showcased different people's occupations, their business setups. A lot of those were actually all real business setups which they used out there. They had a marriage that happened during that. It was just a great performance all around. And the people out here saying that it was trash obviously didn't watch it. Because, I mean, you can't sit here and say, you know, I had a lot of people online in live time talking about the Kid Rock show's great and that show's garbage. Well, what? Were you tuning in fucking both shows? You were somehow able to listen to them at the same time? That's all biased bullshit right there, you know? And then I got people who come onto my channel and they want to say, oh, you're a soy boy. You only go for one side. Obviously, you haven't been on my channel too long because I've gone after both sides, Democrats and Republicans. I call it how I see it. You know, I'm not going to sit here and just worship one certain particular political group and act like, you know, oh yeah, my side can do no wrong. This and that. I don't come out here dressed in political merchandise and Trump gear and Trump hats and all that shit. Why? You know? I don't come out here wearing Biden or whatever, any political person's merchandise like that. I don't think anybody should. I think it's stupid to do that shit, you know? They're not a sports team. They're a political figure. You're not going out here to cheer for, oh, who's going to win the ball game? All you're doing is adding more divisiveness by putting your shit out there like that. But I digress. We go back to the Super Bowl. Super Bowl was awesome. Great. I think every performer did their job really good in the Super Bowl. I did glimpse at after the Super Bowl at some of the Kid Rock shit, and it was pathetic. It seemed like it was off sync. Like he was not even actually the one actually singing. Everything was off. He comes out here wearing some kind of fur fucking tape. It appeared to look like in some kind of jorts. And he's singing songs about chicks with beepers. I mean, what a timely song, you know? Chicks with beepers, you know? In 2026. And everyone's acting like it's the greatest, newest thing since Wonder Bread came out. But it's all because their guy on their team is the one who came out with his little show because he got offended. He got upset because somebody else was out here with a lot more Grammys than he has, a lot more fans than he has, doing a halftime show. And he wasn't the one who was there. So he had to go to Turning Point USA bullshit with his whole Temu halftime bullshit, you know? And that's what ended up happening. And now, you got all these people coming out here, man, talking all this shit for no reason, saying it was horrible, it was no good. Well, I'm sorry it wasn't Lee Greenwood and some fucking half-ass, who do you want, Stained out there, some band that hasn't been relevant since the early 2000s, Kid Rock. I mean, people gotta, you know, if you don't like something, that's fine, that's cool. You don't like it, carry on, scroll on. But if something pisses you off to the point to where you gotta go out here and rage and be so hateful towards somebody because maybe they're not speaking English and their songs, or they're not American enough for you, then you gotta start this whole hoopla bullshit up for no reason. And that's what a lot of people like doing. They like making mountains out of molehills and making something real small into a huge thing to just become a victim and play that victimhood card. And that's how it goes, guys. But like I said, that halftime show was great. I loved it. And I know the haters out there are going to be like, oh, it sucked, this and that. Well, that's your opinion. And most of the people don't agree with you. Most of the people thought it was a great halftime show. Guys, that's my video for today. And like I said, speaking of music, check out my friend, Don Ramage. Once again, Don Ramage Music. Good friend of mine out of Detroit. Go check his stuff out, guys. You'll like it. And my name's Tommy. This is Talking with Tommy. And I'll be back very soon. And like always, take care of yourself and each other, please. And thank you very much. Bye.